Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to talk about the plans I have for the month of June. Okay, this is ambitious. The reason for that is I'm trying to pre-film a lot of videos before we pack up and move. Our moving dates right now, or our final moving dates, are July 1st through the 3rd. So very beginning of July, our house is getting packed up and then we're heading out. So I'm trying to get a lot read and pre-filmed and up and ready to go before the movers come. And so because of that, I do have some lofty plans to try to get through a lot of books before then. And the main reason is I have a 5-star prediction video to do at the end of the month. And I have my June ARC review video to go up. And I would like to get my July ARC review video done and filmed and up before we leave. So I'll be reading a lot of review books this month. That's my main focus, definitely. And then I have 2 more 5-star predictions to do. So that's what's happening. Let me tell you what all these books are. One thing I needed to do definitely is I needed to focus in on my review books. I had to be a little bit more picky about what I was reading. So what I decided to do, the reason for this is because I got a lot of NetGalley ARCs and they were sent to me by the publishers. The publishers did reach out to me, but they sent NetGalley ARCs instead of physical ARCs because everything was shut down and they weren't sending out review books at all. I appreciate it so much, but I'm not going to be able to get to those this time just because I do have some physical ARCs that were sent to me, a while ago that I've had that I was ready to read for this month. So those are going to take priority. I'm only going to read the physical ARCs. There's only one e-ARC I am going to get to for the month of July, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. There's a certain reason why, but everything else, I just needed to put all of my NetGalley ARCs kind of on the back burner, and I'll get to them at some point, but they're not going to be priorities for my ARC review videos. I'm only going to do the physical ones. Before we get to those, I am in the middle of 3 books right now. So I am reading The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm doing this for the Lord of the Read-Along that I am helping host with Krista from Books and Jams. We have a Goodreads group for this, so I will leave that link down below if you guys are interested in it. It's not too late to join it, honestly. Like, even if you start at the very beginning, there's no dates, like no due dates or whatever to join in on the discussion. You can do it at any time. We did break each book down into little sections. So as you're reading along, you can make a comment whenever you want. It doesn't matter. But we are starting this book for the month of June and July. I do have plans to finish this before the end of June. I want to finish it before we move, just because I don't think I'll be able to pick it up in July because we're going to be in the middle of moving and that's a lot. So, but I am currently reading it. I'm a little bit into it here. Every time I pick it up, I'm trying to read like 10 to 20 pages. So it's going. I am also reading on my Kindle. I have a book out from the library, and that is The Governess Game by Tessa Dare. This is book number 2 in her Girl Meets Duke series. I read the first book last month and loved it. So I wanted to read the second book as well. So as soon as I finished the first book, I put the second book on hold and it came in. So I am reading that on my Kindle right now. And I'll finish it before, I have it for, I think 2 weeks, but I'll finish it definitely. That's just it's a fun time. And then I am also currently reading Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. So this is one of my 5-star predictions. I started it yesterday and I got 72 pages in. So far I'm loving. Okay, the other 5-star prediction I have is Misery by Stephen King. So I do plan to read this one as well. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do this on audio or if I'm going to listen to or read it. I didn't plan to listen to it on audio, but I need something to listen to on audio, and I obviously can't do any of my review books because none of them are available on audio. So I'm kind of like trying to decide if I'm going to listen to this one. I think of all the other ones that I have here, this would probably be the one to do. And it's not long, and I'm very happy about that. So I don't know, I'll have to see, but this was a gift and it was sent to me from Hulda. So I'm excited to read it. I just am trying to decide if I'm actually going to do it, physically or through audio or what I'm going to do. I haven't decided yet, but I don't have an audiobook currently going. So I think I could probably do this one on audio, but I do have, I have little mermaid tails. Can you guys see those? Aren't those cute? My husband got me those. These are little tabs, to put in my books. I have tabbed out all of my books. So I did that so it could kind of help keep me on track as much as possible. But this could definitely be one I think I could maybe take the tabs out and I could just listen to this one along with everything else. So that's definitely a possibility. I haven't quite decided yet, but that might be what's happening. Okay, so let's talk about the arcs I have for June, because all the rest of these are going to be arcs. So for June, I have 3 of them. I do have The Secret Messenger. This is by Mandy Robotham. This comes out on June 23rd. And it was sent to me from HarperCollins. So this is a historical fiction. And let me see exactly what it's about because I don't fully remember. Okay, so this follows a woman named Stella, and she is living in Venice in 1943. And she is leading a double life, basically. She is working in a German office. This is in World War II. She's working in a German office as a secretary where she types messages and does all that stuff. But she is also working for the Italian resistance. So she is smuggling their secrets, the things that she's learning in their offices and stuff. She's smuggling those. She does this all, she produces an underground newspaper on her beloved typewriter. And then we also jump to London in 2017, where this typewriter is found in someone's attic. And so the woman who finds this typewriter is trying to figure out where this typewriter came from, what's the story behind it, all that stuff. So this sounds good. I'm really excited about this one. But again, this comes out on June 23rd. Now, this next one, I actually won in a Goodreads giveaway. But I was sent an e-arc copy of it as well. So it was sent to me for a review, but I got the physical copy from Goodreads, which I'm so grateful for. And that's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I am so excited to read this one. I have read Riley Sager before, and the one book I read by him, I gave 5 stars. And I'm so excited to read this one as well. And I have all of his other books. So this follows a woman named Maggie, and she grew up in this house that I believe now is being viewed as being haunted. And it's very famous. And I think she inherits it from her parents or whatever, and decides to go and renovate it, I think. And it's a whole family thing. I think her brother wants nothing to do with the house because he remembers things. And I think she's more of a skeptic on whether or not it's actually haunted. Did these things really even happen? It wasn't a big deal, all that stuff. So she moves back, I think, to renovate this house. And then a whole bunch of things start happening to her as an adult. So this is actually a book of the month pick for this month as well. So a lot of people are picking it up. So this one originally, it says July, but it actually got pushed up to June 30th. So this one comes out June 30th. Okay, so this next one here is The Dilemma by B.A. Paris, and this comes out on June 30th. And this one was not sent to me from the publisher. It was actually sent from a fellow bookworm, Jenna. She got sent it, and then she asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yes, I do. Even though it didn't come from the publisher, since I still have an arc of it, and B.A. Paris is an author that I've really, really enjoyed before, and I knew I wanted to read it, I went ahead and I'm going to add it to my list here. So, not necessarily a must because the publishers are not depending on me for it, but I still want to read it and review it for you guys. And it's not very long, and every other B.A. Paris book I've read has gone really quickly. So but I'm super excited for this one. This follows a picnic, I believe, that a family throws, and some secrets start coming out during this picnic, and some ultimatums I think are given, and some things are happening within this family. So I think it's comes down to a big choice that has to happen, and there's lots of consequences from whatever choice is going to be made. So I'm excited. Okay, and I have 4 review books for the month of July. So hopefully I can get to all of them before, this month so that I can film that. But the first one is going to be first priority, and that is The Mall by Megan McCafferty. And this one was pushed, actually. It was supposed to come out in June, I think, and then it got pushed to July. So they pushed this one, but I'm really excited about this one. It takes place in a mall in the 90s because that's where I lived, right? And it's kind of like a scavenger hunt thing that happens here. I don't know the full story. I don't want to know, so I'm not going to go into the synopsis, really. I'm personally not reading it. But yeah, I'm going to actually buddy read this with my friend Candace, who also has an e-copy of this one. So we're going to read it together, and we're going to read it very soon. Actually, we've already talked about it. So I'm really excited for this one. Okay, so this next one here is called The Collaborator, and this comes out July 7th. And this one I think is from HarperCollins as well. Yeah, HarperCollins. Usually it says it on the spine, but it didn't have it on there. So this is a World War II historical fiction as well. And this follows, I believe, in 1944 in Budapest. And there is a Jewish journalist who does a really big heroic act that saves a lot of Jews from dying, basically. And it also jumps to 2005 in Sydney, Australia, and there is a woman named Annika Barrett, and she is trying to figure out who saved her grandmother's life. Her grandmother was in that group that this journalist saved, and she is doing some research into that to see, you know, who this person was and all that stuff. So she wants some closure, maybe, or something. I've not read anything by Diane Armstrong before, and I'm excited. Okay, the next one that I have is Deal with the Devil. This is by Kit Rocha. I got this from Bookish First, and this one is from Tor. And it was supposed to come out actually in May, but it got pushed to July because of all this stuff happening. So it is coming out in July now. But this one is Orphan Black meets post-apocalyptic Avengers. Yes, please. And it's librarians. They are mercenary librarians. It's the first book in a mercenary librarians series. So I am in. That's all I need to know. I don't care about whatever else. It's not super long, but I'm definitely excited to see what this is all about. I really have been wanting to read some books that feature librarians, so I'm excited for this one. And then I do have one more. This is one that I actually got on a Facebook giveaway. So it was sent to me from the publisher. It is an ARC, but it was a giveaway thing. So this is going to be kind of like if I can get to it. If I don't get to it, it's not a big deal, and I just won't include it at this time. But that is The Safe Place, and this is by Anna Downs, and this is about a woman who loses her job, I think, and she is desperate for work, and she ends up meeting a man who has this very secluded, not a resort, but a very secluded residence on an island, and he needs somebody, I think, almost like a help person. I don't know if it's a housekeeper. Okay, housekeeper. Like I couldn't remember if it was like a maid or just an assistant or something, but it's a housekeeper. So she takes him up on this, and I think she has a hard time getting away from it. And I think it's supposed to be like a thriller, like scary type thing. So I'm excited. Hopefully I can get to this. I really do want to read it. It'll just be like, as long as I can get everything else first, then I can get to this one because it was a giveaway type thing. So yeah, we'll see. But hopefully I can. And then the last one that I have is He Started It by Samantha Downing. And this one is the one that I have on ebook. And the reason I'm still including this one is because I was part of the blog tour for this book, and I was going to get a finished copy or an ARC or something of the book. But since they were not able to send those out anymore, you know, we went into quarantine and everything started shutting down before they could send those books out. I wasn't able to get a physical copy, so they changed it to, we're still doing the blog tour, but it's going to be e-ARC instead. Not a problem. So I'm really excited to read this one still. I do plan to read it. So that one will be coming up too, but that is also a release that was pushed. I can't remember when it's supposed to come out. I want to say it was May actually, and then it got pushed to July. So, but I do plan to read that one too. Okay. That's ambitious. That's ambitious for, you know, getting ready to move. So it's not our first rodeo. We have moved before, obviously. I think probably listening to Misery is going to help definitely. And I don't have anything else that I could listen to is the only problem, because these were all ARCs. So nothing is available on audio. So I'm going to have to kind of hunker down a little bit. And then, you know, there's one or two in here that if I don't get to them, it's okay. It's okay. I would like to, but you know, there's a couple that just, they weren't sent to me specifically from the publishers, and it's okay. I can kind of like just save those for another time, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to keep them handy and hopefully I can do it. We'll see how this month goes though, because we are going to start getting busy here in the next couple of weeks, you know, starting to get ready for the move and prepping and doing all that. So that will be something that's going to be happening, but that's okay. All right. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited for any of these? Are any of these on your radar as well? And wish me luck. Okay. I'll see you guys again soon. Have a great day.